grinds, fakies, and of course, a few bails. These wahine skaters are working on landing their latest tricks. Sonsk8 in East Auckland is the only indoor skate park in the whole country. And tonight, it's the venue for the second ever Hui Nui, a skate meet organised by Māori Girls Skate.
I always wanted it to be something where everybody's invited, but I wanted Māori wahine in particular to feel celebrated at these events.
Yes, we can kick the music off. Let's go, guys.
And maybe that brings me back to only seeing blonde, blue-eyed Barbie dolls when I was a kid, but I wanted to see people that looked like me doing things that make me feel like I could do it too.
A few years back, Mieka Thomas started posting her skating videos online, and that's where she connected with Wellington-based Bailey Maipi and Nelson-based Neri's Ngaruhe.
So we made an Instagram page, the three of us, to just sort of talk about what it felt like, feeling like the only Māori girl skaters at the park. I mean, being a girl at the park is one thing, and being a Māori girl skate at the park is an even smaller little niche.
The numbers of wahine skaters has grown massively since former professional skater Georgie Matthews first started out over 20 years ago.
To be honest, I was probably it, especially in my town. But from back then to now, the amount of support and community in skateboarding is definitely increased. There's more girls skateboarders in the skate parks here than there is boys these days.
Why do you think there's so many more wahine skating now? What's changed?
One, like social media, like it's now an Olympic sport. It's like publicised a lot more. You've got so many more events. It's a lot bigger. And I think with the girls, we've got a bit more rough. Like I think girls are getting the courage to try and take on like an extreme sport.
The former world number 9's competition days are behind her now, but she hasn't stopped skating.
It's a way of life, I think, for mental health. It helps me whenever I feel anxious or have got a bit of anxiety. You can even just go roll around for a bit, put some music on, or just go skating and listen to the rolling of the wheels.
And this is what helped Mieka through her darkest days. Her father passed away from diabetes in 2019. And then on top of that, she lost her job because of COVID.
A lot of the stress from losing my dad didn't help my state of mind. And then COVID hit, which didn't help anybody's state of mind. And it got so bad to the point where I actually lost all of my hair. All of my hair fell out. I developed alopecia. And skating again sort of got me through that. I realized none of the people I was skating with really give a toss if I've got hair or not. And it slowly started to come back, and it's been a big part of like my therapy and what makes me feel good and happy to be out there again.
Oh! Her community of Māori skaters also helped her find her roots in Tao Māori.
My mother is Dutch, so she comes from Holland. My father's Māori. He comes from Kaio up north. And I actually grew up in Namibia, which is in Southwest Africa. So I lived there until I was 17 years old with my sister and my parents. It was a small town in a little desert right next to the ocean, which is one of the few parts in the world you can see that epic combination of elements.
With her father's health declining and few options for education in the small town, her whānau moved back to Aotearoa. But coming home was also confronting.
I knew I was Māori. I could recite the fact of what my background was, but I didn't really identify with what that meant. And it wasn't until I did a photo shoot for a friend of mine. She was a travel photographer, and she wanted to photograph some native Māori wahine. And she wanted me to do a photo with a moko kawai on. I remember after seeing those images, I felt like they looked so powerful, and I felt like a fraud, like I couldn't represent this because I didn't know enough about this. And I didn't want her to use the images.
This sparked a journey of reconnection to her ngāpui whakapapa and beginning to learn te reo Māori.
So I try and weave as much culture and reo into our sessions as possible, and that's helped me feel even more powerful to claim back that side of myself.
Ready? Lock it in.
Now her passion has grown into a business, Skate Scene.
You got it.
It includes school skating programs for kids and all ages workshops and events like Māori Girls Skate. So, in the spirit of giving it a go,
I'm going to get you a board and the full kit. It's happening. It's happening.
let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
So this one goes on here. Your back foot's gonna
I'm schooled up on the basics.
So jump on. Yeah, there you go. Make sure your toe's not too far in the middle. That's it. That's the spot.
All right, let's go. There we go. Yes. Keep your knees bent. You've got it.
The newest honorary member of Māori Girls Skate. Mieka wants to continue to grow the kaupapa.
I want to do more events. I just want to get as much skating out in the community as possible.
And any ambitions of doing competitions, Olympics 2024 maybe?
I would like to see a Māori girl in the Olympics. Oh, I think it's too late for me, but if there's anything I can do to help get one there, I'll do it.
Awesome.